Claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money stack.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, set. Turn it in. It's 59. Back to 59. Here we go, G.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson, option right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. It's complete to Drake. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
He's checking. 80. Crash.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 17, Jackson steps away. It got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
A pickup of 2 yards. And a Raven 1st down.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
From the gun, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Rosen. Wilson snags it left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you.
Here's Rosen to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go, here we go. Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Out. 3 down. Mike 48, Mike 48.
From the 38, Rosen out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
Check, 48's the mic.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, let's bring it.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Rosen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On the return is Jones. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the third time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Running, it's Drake. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Balaj. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
They'll run here with Balaj. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. He will find the rookie from Iowa State. That's Hakeem Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the Albert away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for England. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back now in Miami. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 41. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
On first down, it's Rosen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but now it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Pick it up.
Now Rosen on first down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Rosen will throw. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Rosen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. Rosen. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On second down, it's Edwards. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Throwing again, Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 41 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check 41. I don't think you got it, sir.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Allen's got it over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 50.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 10, let's go.
59, Mike to 59. I'm coming for you.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
It's 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To try again after the sack. Jackson, throw left side, going to be caught by Butler. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. To throw on third down, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Let's go, D.
He'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. On second down now, it's Edwards. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. To throw is Jackson. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Baltimore, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma